with the card readers are ongoing.
Okay, so there we have the chairman of the commission, Professor Tayo Jaga, speaking about the card readers. There was so much attention on the card reader and the comments coming from him at the time. Who knows what it will be this weekend? Remember, the big weekend. Now let's get to Larry Lasisi. He is in Abuja. He joins us via Skype today. He covered the elections for us. Hello, Larry, and thank you for joining us today. Well, the press statement already released by the commission generating a lot of talking points by not just journalists now, even the electorate, those who are participating in it themselves wondering, okay, what informs that release first and foremost? But give us your impression. All of this talk about card reader, what have you been hearing where you are about it?
Well, you know, to a large extent, a lot of people haven't been talking about the card reader thus far. A lot of people have been celebrating the way the elections ended, how everything was peaceful, how the president and the president-elect, the roles they played in making sure that everything went fine. And I'm sure that also was because, you know, there was an extra weekend between the last elections and the coming elections. But a lot of people, the party members actually have been talking, especially those that are looking forward to the governorship elections, those who have roles to play, and it's been interesting. A lot of people have raised issues as regards the problems that, you know, were encountered with that card reader. And it's very interesting that INEC is coming up with this press release at this time. And the key part, I think, that is very interesting to me is that part where they say they've looked at the card readers now, they've checked all the challenges, they've resolved all the problems, and it just makes one wonder. We can remember very clearly that before the elections, the presidential and the National Assembly elections, after the test was conducted for some of the states where the card readers were used, we also understood that INEC felt they had addressed some of these concerns, and only for us to reach the D-Day, the elections proper, and we had those issues of still the card readers not working. People remember the president himself waiting in line for the card readers to come on for him to be able to be accredited. We also have issues of people coming out and saying there was this film on the card reader that were not removed and all those sorts of issues. So right now when INEC comes and say they have addressed the problems and they're confident now that the card readers will work, one just wonders. And I think that's what the comments, that's just part of the comments that have been coming from some people that have discussed this matter.
Well, yeah, Larry, over here in some quarters, there are those who are looking to the commission to publish the findings, the details, documents concerning what happened, particularly with the card readers, such that they can have their own independent analysis of what happens. But INEC releases this statement, and then some just cannot reconcile what INEC is saying and what they saw on the field on the day. Are there people over there where you are also looking to INEC to say, look, could you publish those documents or those details or findings concerning the card reader, or is it early in the day?
Well, I haven't heard anybody say, come publish this, but I think I would agree that it's early days. INEC has a way of doing things, and I'm sure what they will do is look at the election as a whole. Obviously, the challenges they faced now will form part of their report, but they won't release a report midway into the elections and you know, allow that to also become part of the talking point before the governorship elections. I would expect them to wait till afterwards before they do a total look at the whole elections. And I'm hoping, and I think they are hoping that the governorship elections will indeed go better than the presidential and the National Assembly elections, so that it will give them a better report to write. But to expect them to come out after that first leg that didn't go as planned, I think it's early days actually.
All right, then, thank you very much indeed, Larry Lasisi. Don't forget, you have a big weekend coming on. Well, we all do, actually, so we look forward to that. Thank you, Larry. So there you go, that's Larry Lasisi speaking to us from our studios in Abuja. We'll be back in just a moment and delve into this matter that we've got for you today. Join us again. Welcome back to Nigeria 2015. Let me sink our teeth into this one as we just go on. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening.
It's my pleasure.
Let me start with you, Mr. Lardner, about the just concluded elections. The card reader, controversial as it is, but it was used on the day. What were your findings? What did you see as you observed?
Well, the thing about it was you have to look at it after the fact and look at the statistics of how it operated. By our own estimation, it was about 92% that worked. So there was perhaps a failure rate of about 8%, slightly more than the numbers you had for Lagos in your slide. So it means that for every 100 attempts, it worked 92% of the time, right? So to that extent, yes. I just suspect that some of the cases where it failed was malfunction, and there was a whole list of reasons why perhaps it did. That was more, the sense we got from working with the civil society group institution was that it was amplified way beyond the actual statistics itself. So if you have a failure rate of 8%, it means that it worked for most of the time.
Was this what you saw across the country?
Yes, the reports coming in were mostly that it worked. Okay. That was the sense we got.
Mr. Wundu?
Well, from what he has said, if I beg to differ a bit, because if it worked, then we shouldn't be seeing the statistics we're seeing from Kano. And more so, even in Lagos State here, I contested, and I know quite a good number of people were complaining that it didn't work in their area. And in my area, yes, it worked to an extent. And there were some other areas within my area that it didn't work. You know.
And by the way, you contested in the Oshodi Solo Federal Constituency too. You won that election.
Yes, I did.
How did you do? How did you win?
Oh, I believe the people made their choice clear. The people turned out, they voted, and in spite of all the intrigues that played out, we had more of people try working hard to defend their votes. They voted, they stayed there, the votes were counted. There were a few skirmishes here and there. Even the INEC people also trying to collude with certain political parties.
INEC officials?
INEC officials, you know. We had situations where some people would go out and claim they don't have the result sheet to enter results, that they were instructed to enter results on a plain sheet of paper. It was not until we started screaming. And I told them, look, you people should not allow them live there. Stay there with them until they produce the result sheet. I had to put a call through to their boss. I told her, look, your people in the field are saying you did not give them the result sheet. She screamed and said, no, she gave them. So where are the result sheets? Who instructed